last question, gentlemen, and Joe Ferns has asked, how can social media help connect and support brand ambassadors to do social outreach as to gain potential business partnerships, particularly in the aviation and retail industry? But in most countries or most cities, you've got one airport, so airports are not really, you can't really compete. You don't really have to compete if you're an airport. Airlines, okay, arguably in a bit more of a Red Sea environment. But how do you think social media can help with the outreach for business partnerships for airlines and airports? Do you think social media has a role to play for big heavy organizations like airports and airlines?
Yeah, for every organisation. That's how we have found our business partners. That's how we found our associates as an organisation. That's how we found you, through having a social presence, drawing people towards that social presence, engaging with those people on that social presence, developing relationships. That works in a micro level. Alex wanting to meet somebody in company X when he goes somewhere. That works in a macro level, us wanting to engage with our company, and it works at scale with large organisations wanting to do it. The interaction is still a basically human one, isn't it?
Yeah. I think, I think sometimes we get very, we become very, departmentalised in terms of the thinking, and what we go is we think, okay, we're salespeople, therefore we're reaching out, and that's what we do, and we come in the morning and we reach out. Whereas social actually gives you the opportunity to flip that on its head and actually get people to come to you. A great example is our business, which is we actually license our programs. We never thought about that. It was actually someone coming to us and saying, I'd like to license your program. So there are business opportunities out there. You don't have to go for them all, but there are business opportunities out there that if you're actually active on social, that things will come to you and you go, no, not interested in that one, not interested. That, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
We ought to actually progress that. And if you're looking to collaborate or have relationships with organizations, there must be things out there that you haven't thought about that will come to you.
Yeah. So you can't possibly have thought of everything.
No.
And putting yourself or putting authentic content out there on social media kind of draws potential collaboration partners in.
And a great example is you sitting here with us.
Yeah.
You've come over to London. You sat in a day with us. You're part of the team, and you've done that through social.
Yeah.
Through meeting Alex, through the content that
That's
you.
true.
Our dinner in the middles.
That's true.
It was lovely. But I also think if you look at the next generation of employee, it doesn't matter what size of brand you are.
Yeah.
There's now going to be an expectation in terms of how that organisation is on social, how they use social internally to promote internal collaboration, employee advocacy, and so on and so forth. So if organisations are sitting there going, it's not for us, then they're going to get a very rude awakening as the next draft of potential recruits, the talent, their customers.
Yeah.
Well, the other question you touched on in terms of the VUCA world, the one constant is social media.
That's true.
The platforms may change. We look at the rise of TikTok and Discord and Patreon and all these different kind of places, but it's a social media platform. And that is the one constant that's going to stay here in all of this.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed this, and we'll put this content out. Thank you for all your questions. If you have any more, feel free to just send them through, and I'll answer them. I'll try and get answers from these guys, not live, but you know how it works.
We'll jump on a call.
Huh?
Yeah.
We'll jump on a call.
Jump on a call. All right, cool. There you go. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.